Pandit told that Mahatma Gandhi's advice saved him in the conference as well. Here also something takes place. So Mrs. Vijaya Lakshmi Pandit was a woman who also spent her time with common ladies. So most of the women came to her telling that we have seen so many dreams that when in our dreams we've seen guests are very important guests are coming to our home and there's nothing to provide them to eat. So when you wake up and find there it was just a nightmare, a very scary dream, how will you feel? So Mrs. Vijaya Lakshmi Pandit never came across these phases of life. She just heard stories of them, but something here also happens. So look into your textbooks. But recently it really happened to me. My guest of honor, the Prime Minister of Great Britain and Lady Eden, could hardly have been more important to me, High Commissioner for India in the United Kingdom. I had planned everything meticulously, from the menu to the color scheme of the flowers and candles. When the guests had arrived and drinks had been passed twice, I signaled the butler to announce dinner. But still we waited. When for the third time drinks came round, I excused myself and ran downstairs to the kitchen. So here, Mrs. Vijaya Lakshmi Pandit has also called few of the very important people. And who were they? They were Prime Minister of Great Britain and Lady Eden. And most important person was High Commissioner for India, who was in United Kingdom. So now, she planned the menu so particularly that she also mentions that she had taken a particular color and she had also decided that what will be given when the guests will be arriving and how will they be treated and what will be provided in for the dinner. But what happens here, as soon as the guests come, she'll serve the guests the cool drinks. And for the second time, when the dinner was not yet ready on the table, she still serves them with the drinks for the second time. But now, for the third time, what happens? She'll tell the butler, she'll tell the housemaid she'll ask them to get the dinner arranged on the table. But nothing happens when it is the third time that the guests are served with the cool drinks. And see what takes place now. It presented a shocking sight. In one corner stood a frightened little kitchen maid, in another the housekeeper. At the table sat my cook, waving a ladle and singing, beating time with his food. So here there was a housemaid, a kitchen maid, and other housekeeper. And there was so when the guests were supposed to be served with the dinner, the housemaids who were there brought the drinks again. So now Mrs. Vijaya Lakshmi Pandit is surprised with the serving of cool drinks only. So she excuses herself from the guests and goes to the kitchen. And to her surprise now, the cook who was to be cooking the dinner is drunk fully and he's taken a big spoon, waving the spoon from one side to the other side and beating himself with the spoon and sitting in one corner of the kitchen. And the poor kitchen maid, she's so scared that she stood in one corner and the other housekeeper is standing in another corner. So this was the thing she saw in the kitchen. His eyes were glazed and he was far away in some other sphere. The table was littered with pieces of chicken. So the cook's eyes were glazed in the sense his eyes had turned to become red. And he was far away in some other sphere in the sense he's drunk so much that he doesn't know what is happening. He's out of his mind. The table was littered with pieces of chicken and he had made the table dirty by littering with pieces of chicken. My knees felt too weak to support me, but I asked in as normal a voice as I could command, "Why isn't the dinner ready?" Now she's completely helpless now. She doesn't know what has to be done. Mrs. Vijaya Lakshmi Pandit is confused as to what has to be done. But still, and she is also very angry with what the cook has done. But still she controls her anger and commands, "Where is the dinner?" And she also asks, "Why isn't the dinner ready still?" "But it is ready, madam," my cook chanted. "All ready. Everybody sit down, sit down." Since the cook is out of his mind, he doesn't know who is telling him what and what is happening. So when Mrs. Vijaya Lakshmi Pandit asks why isn't the dinner ready, the cook is telling so leniently all ready. Sit down for the dinner. I was furious. It was on the tip of my tongue to say, get out. You've dismissed. She's angry now and she was about to tell, get out, you have removed from the scoop job. When I thought of the counsel that had calmed me so many times, if I lost control, I would only hurt myself. Since now this advice of Mahatma Gandhi comes to her mind again, telling that nobody can hurt you but yourself. So she thinks that if I try to do something in anger, later I only have to sit and cry over it and this will hurt me again. I pulled myself together. Let's get something on the table, I said. Everyone pitched in. The food served wasn't quite what the menu described, but when I told my guests what had happened there was a chorus of surprise. So she somehow manages to bring and arrange something for the dinner. And now all the guests have arrived at the dinner table and the dinner what was given in the menu was not there on the table. It was very different. And she tells the guest what the cook has done, that he's fully drunk and he doesn't know what's happening around him. If this is what your cook gives you when he's drunk, someone exclaimed, what must he provide, sober? So one of the guests tells, if this is what your cook gives you when he's drunk, what will you do? What will you do when he provides you with something what you want, what you didn't want? What will you do, Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Pandit? What must he provide? Do you think he'll really cook food for you? The relief in my laughter must have sounded a little hysterical. That's crazy. So she started bursting out in laughter. Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Pandit starts laughing loudly that it makes people crazy. My perspective restored. I realized that a dinner party, however important, is not the pilot of existence. So she tells that this dinner party is not the center of her existence. She's telling that this dinner party is not going to speak all about my life. To retain a sense of proportion is as important as being able to keep one's heart free from hatred. For all of us, no matter what our work, the advice Gandhiji gave me is meaningful. No one can harm you but yourself. So now Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Pandit is telling us that if she would have shouted at her cook and she would have dismissed him from his job, then there will be nobody to cook for him and provide her with something. So since she didn't want to spoil the atmosphere around her. What was the atmosphere? It was a dinner party for the important guests. She didn't want to spoil the party. She somehow manages to bring out whatever was cooked and somehow they enjoyed the party because she didn't consider that dinner was everything. All she wanted was a good end. So the good end was the end of the party and even the guests took this party very positively and they enjoyed what was provided on the table. So here, Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Pandit took Mahatma Gandhiji's advice not only in major incidents of life, but also considered it in very small incidents of life, which brought meanings to her life. So this is what we learned from this lesson, that nobody will hurt us unless we overthink about something. I hope you've understood this lesson. Thank you.